Hello and welcome back to Holding Us Extra. Duncan, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm just admiring my lovely drums full of brine.
Oh, we had a tough session with Simon. We struggled with him to build stuff on the moon, but he managed to do it eventually. Oh my god, there's more of these now. What the heck?
Look at all these.
You built 2 more chemical fuses, but you haven't piped them into this
Haven't I?
factory yet. No.
I ran out of pressurized tubes.
Pressurized tubes. So, today I wanted to show you some of the stuff I'd built that I didn't actually manage to show you in the last episode of Hole Diggers with Simon. So come with me to the... actually, just come with me down here onto the second platform that I built by the sea.
What?
So I built a second little platform here. I think you might have spotted it
yeah.
already. So what I'm going to show you today is something which basically lets you stop stuff going into your computer after it's reached a certain amount.
Oh, okay.
So basically, like the obsidian thing we have up here, made like loads and loads of obsidian.
How much do we have?
Too much. Well, look, it made like 3,000.
Whoa!
Yeah, it made like
no
3,200. So if I'd left it, it would have just carried on filling up the computer forever. So what I did was instead I used this thing called a level emitter. Okay.
Right.
Which I've made, and let me give you an example. So we haven't set up a system for making glass yet, okay? And
we
haven't. Oh no, we haven't set up a system where if I want to have 500 glass always in the machine, I haven't set up a system for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a crusher, I'm going to make a pulverizer, and I'm going to make a redstone furnace as well. Begin. Okay, and so all those 3 things will craft quite happily. And what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to make a little system to make gunpowder from cobblestone and also glass from sand automatically. Okay, and keep us at 500 gunpowder and keep us at 500 glass in the system all the time. So it will never need to like manually wait for that stuff to get craft again, which will be fantastic. Okay, so my machines are done. Right, I'm going to need some ME cables. So we've got something here. I'm going to need some ME dark cables. So I've got 4 of those. Okay, now dark cables are cool.
Dark cables?
Dark cables are cables that only work if you give them a redstone signal. So you've got to point a redstone signal at them, and then they'll function. I need some import buses. I've got 3 of those. I'm probably going to need a precision export bus. So let's get a couple of those on the go. Let's get 4 crafting. Okay, I'll come back to that. So first things first. I'm going to pulverize up.
Why are we putting this here instead of like inside the tower though? Because it doesn't seem like a very watery type.
Well, Duncan, you'll see in a minute, but I've already filled up all the towers with machines.
Oh.
So they're like chock-a-block now.
We really should like expand that tower.
I know, it's fine. We'll set it up here because I think this is fine. This is just making...
Okay.
It's doing some... It's like smelly and it's kind of pulverizing up stuff. So what we're going to do is, if we get... All right, so first of all, can you get some advanced cable and run it under here? So it's underneath this area.
Okay.
Okay, advanced universal cable. And I'll put down these machines here. So.
Oh, we're browning out. Oh no, because you're changing stuff. So it's okay.
No, I'm not actually changing stuff.
Oh.
I think that might be something to do. I don't know why that's browning out. We'll figure that out later.
Cables.
So run some power cables underneath, and I'll run some cable over the top. So I've already set up a system that creates sand and gravel from cobblestone. So if you put cobblestone through a pulverizer, it will make sand.
Yeah.
But if you put it through a crusher, it will make gravel.
Right.
So I've got a crusher and a pulverizer upstairs making sand and gravel. Okay.
What do we gravel for?
Gravel is going to be pulverized up into flints. So if I put it in a pulverizer, there you go, it makes flints. Okay. So if I put the pulverizer here, that's the redstone furnace. If I put the pulverizer here...
And what do we need flint for?
Flint can be crushed into gunpowder.
Oh, okay. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
So that means that...
Do you need, like, mix it with sulfur or something, or what?
Nope. It just makes gunpowder. And then gunpowder can be made into sulfur.
Right.
So...
I guess that doesn't make sense.
This will fill up with 4 flints, and then once it's got 4 in there you go, it's going to start crunching it down into gunpowder. So there we are, right. So what this will do is this, if I put a precision export bus on here...
Stopped, why did it stop? Oh no, it started again.
I don't know. So if I put precision export bus on and link it all up, boop, and then I ME cable that up to the rest of the system.
Yeah, it has a little break between each one.
That's interesting.
Why is it doing that?
It might... What, the crusher?
Yeah.
Oh, because it needs 4 flint for 1 gunpowder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's got to wait for the pulverizer to do enough.
I see.
Yeah, I know. So if I put the precision export bus here and I put the gravel in it, that will constantly keep this full of gravel. Okay, so that's now filling up with gravel full time. And if I just have this coming out with an import bus, which I'm going to set up now, it will just forever
Make gunpowder.
fill the system up with gunpowder to the extent that it will never be empty.
But is it making gravel automatically from cobblestone then?
Yes.
Okay, so
cobblestone.
Cobblestone generator making gravel, making flint, making gunpowder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that gunpowder will fill up the system, and there'll be 3,000 of it. And
So we
that's
want to
no good.
limit how much goes into the computer.
Yeah, so we've got this
And
thing
once
called
it's full, the whole system will kind of stop, won't it? Because it will get full up.
That's right.
Right,
So the
okay.
way we're doing it is we have a thing called a level emitter. Okay. Now, the way this will work is like so. We will just actually remove this from here. So I will put down a dark cable attached to this basic input bus. Now, the dark cable will only work and only transfer
when it gets a pulse.
if it gets a redstone signal.
So you're going to use a machine which detects how much stuff is in there, and when it's not full, it will send a
So
pulse.
This is what it looks like. Okay.
Right.
So this thing is connected to the machine. Now, I want to say to it...
So you say like, I don't know, 500 gunpowder.
Gunpowder, yeah, 500.
And when it hasn't got that, it will send a pulse.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, so I
Simple.
put 500 gunpowder. There you go. It's active, so it's now creating gunpowder.
Wow.
But as soon as the system fills up with that much gunpowder,
It'll
go off.
It'll go off, right, yeah.
And then it will no longer export the gunpowder. This will carry on filling up with gunpowder, and as
That's
soon
really
as the
simple.
system runs
That's
out,
cool.
it'll take 64 out of it straight
Yeah.
away. But there
So
you go.
whenever you take one gunpowder out of the computer, it will instantly make another one for you.
Exactly. What we can use is we can use a similar system for this, but we can set it up on the farm. So what we can have is we can have a farm that cuts down cotton. So I've actually already set it up.
Oh.
So getting ender eyes and glowstone was a bit of a pain, but I just got them from Shin's farm instead. So these are the harvest. This is the one I set up in with Simon last time for the rubber. So basically, if you run out of rubber, it will start planting rubber trees and cutting them down.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a tedious process, so I might skip it.
Because how does it grow them, I guess?
It doesn't at the moment.
Can we not have I guess when we have the mob spawner, we can have bone meal getting pumped straight into these...
Yeah. There is
sprinklers,
some
is that
other
possible?
ways to make fertilizer. Like I think you can use apatite and things like that.
How would we pump water and bone meal into the sprinkler?
I don't think we're going to do that. So
But
there's a
would it be
machine
possible, though?
called a fertilizer, but I haven't actually made a recipe for it. But I think if we put that down like here, where I am, like pointing at this field, it will just bone meal stuff in the area in front of it.
Yeah.
If you feed it with like fertilizer, but the fertilizer is a bit complicated. So I think you have to use like apatite and stuff, which we have a lot of. We have like buttloads of apatite.
Okay.
605 of it. So there's no reason we can't do that. I think that this dark cable that I have set up is making the computer go on and off. So that might be another problem because every
I
time.
see. Yes, because when it cuts the signal to the machine,
Yeah.
it's like adding it in a new machine.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll figure that out next time. So if you come with me, I'll show you what else I've set up in the factory. So one thing I didn't actually set up was elevators like I wanted to do. So if I just order a bunch of these up now, if it doesn't just keep crashing on me.
Oh, I might make myself an atomic disassembler
Oh, are you?
just because there's one here. Oh, begin. There you go.
Wow.
Now I have the power.
So anyway, I was going to rig up
Actually, I need to charge up.
elevators to go all the way up here, up the side of these
Jeez, but-
factories.
How do I charge this thing, Lewis?
But that needs cotton. Okay. Right. So let's do cotton. That's right. That's what we were doing over here, weren't we? Right. So regarding cotton, what I thought we would do is we would just plant it in one of these fields. Mm-hmm. So this one is currently doing dyes, seeds. But what I can also make it do is cotton instead. And
Well, we're going to want a lot. Like, there's a cotton field here. Look, it's already set up.
Yeah, but
the
if you
problem with
come
cotton is that
underneath
you
here,
need,
Duncan, come underneath.
Well, what I'm saying, the problem with cotton is that you don't get seeds for breaking it. You have to find each seed
No, you don't. You do get seeds for breaking it.
No.
Actually. You do actually. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you do.
I never did.
Well, you do though. So.
You get one?
No, you get more than one.
What?
I've got
No,
like 100 of them
That's
now.
wrong.
No, I was breaking them all. Look, it's
What?
That's me. Anyway, but also the harvester does not require them to be to be broken. It just picks the cotton off and leaves the plants anyway.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be hard to find enough seeds, but what? There must have been a fix then in a patch.
Maybe. So bone meal. So okay, you see this cotton here? This cotton's all growing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I bone meal it all, you'll see the harvester will just shear the cotton, the completed cotton off it,
And it goes into the chest.
and it will go into that chest, which will go
Awesome.
into the system. Okay, I have actually also got dye seeds here from Shin's farm.
Okay.
Now, dye seeds are good because basically what we can do is we can have a load of dye essence in the computer, and then it can make any dyes that we want, like pink dye, which might be useful for making like a weird machine. Like the air tanks need red dye and stuff, and that's really annoying.
I guess things like red and yellow are the hardest ones to get because they're from flowers.
Yeah, and they're used for all sorts of recipes. So I will probably the way to do this, okay, that's quite cool is if I just break one of these, I can show you. So I've got dye seed here, okay, and I can get like a glowstone seed here. So if I go into the planter, I can assign like seeds to specific quadrants of the planting. So, for example, if you look up in one of these planters, you'll see that there's like northwest, northeast areas. So I can say let's have ender seeds along the back, and I want glowstone seeds in the middle.
What is it? What area does it plant in?
Dye seeds. It plants north and northwest. So
I mean, like, is it a 4x4?
These have a 1 wide upgrade.
3x3.
Which means they plant in the area which is. If you get a thing called a precision sledgehammer, you can actually see.
What is the area? Is it the same area as the?
I don't know.
As it is now?
It's basically this plot.
Right.
Yeah,
So it's not
5
huge
by 5
then.
plot. No, it's just enough for what we're doing. So I think what I'll do is I'll order up a couple more harvesters and planters, and I'll extend this down the row a little bit, and then we'll have a couple more planter. And okay, so that is how to get cotton. So we should now, if we leave this here, we should just get cotton in to the system. So up here, I put level emitters onto the production of both enriched alloy and steel. Okay, so now steel is automatically produced in this system.
Okay.
Okay.
Up to 2.6.
Yeah. So basically, this is actually a three wide system. So this makes the enriched iron into the steel dust into the steel ingots. So it's actually just it pumps in once, and then it comes out the end. So we don't make a byproduct of steel dust or enriched iron anymore, which is okay. Now we went mining in the Nether, and we got a shitload of stuff. Okay. So what I've done is I've set up a bunch of pulverizers here and a bunch of electric compressors here. So each of these makes their own type of thing now. So there's the compressed iron, compressed aluminium, compressed whatever. It's all making it all independently. Now this means that it's a lot less faff, and we can actually make the space stuff more easily.
Still, the heavy duty plates are going to be tough, though, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I've figured out a way to do those as well. So we'll test that in a second. Next is all of this stuff here is stuff we're getting from the Nether, which needs to be pulverized. Now, all this stuff wants to be pulverized because the dust is useful, but the ingots aren't necessarily. But this system is all going. Look, it's doing gold shards at the moment, so I guess that's from all the brine.
Yeah.
So all the brine's now coming in because you've got the brining working, and that seems to be making this thing here, this basic factory, going full time. So it's smelting on all the tin. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to turn this off now. By taking out the ores, and we're going to put this through into the 5 times processing instead.
And what off?
The 5 times processing.
5 times processing?
Yeah.
We've got that?
For that, no, that's 4 times. We've got 4 times.
We haven't made 5 times yet?
No. So we need a chemical...
You need like a whole load of shit, don't you, to do that?
Oh, I need a chemical infuser. I need a chemical injection chamber. I need a chemical oxidizer. Let's order one of those as well. I also need a
We need to use some of the...
crystallizer.
Was it chlorine we needed? Or the other one?
We are going to need... what we could use is...
Hydrogen chloride.
Hydrogen chloride. We can use that to make gunpowder into sulfur. But we've actually got a shitload of sulfur anyway.
We've got 2, like, completely full... Oh, no, one full infuser full of hydrogen chloride.
Okay, that's cool.
I haven't plugged in yet. We could use that.
We can use that, yeah. So...
How much do we need? Is it like the same amount as we need for the 4 times, or is it less, or what?
It's... I don't know. We'll have to find out, I think. First,
we got 2 chemical infusers here just doing nothing at the moment, so we could use them.
Okay. I swapped these 2 level emitters out to give the... I think we should have done... I think I should have done them like this in the first place. So I'll redo the other ones later to fix them like this. But if you come down here, I'll show you. So basically, I moved the level emitters so they're just like laser beaming a redstone torch to the back instead.
Oh, so they just turn the machine off rather than the cable.
Yeah, and I got these on high. So like,
I see.
If we say like test, like, so imagine there's like 64 glass in the system. This machine then goes off.
Yeah, it stopped.
So it stopped. So, okay, cool.
Do it again though. I want to see if it changes the computer system.
Oh, turn it on and off?
Yeah.
Is that changing it on and off?
No.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
I think it's because it's not breaking the cable.
Right, so we need to do this with all the other machines as well.
Right. Or all the other ones I've set up with level emitters, which is not too many.